Yo, what's up everyone? Alex here. Welcome back to the new week. Now, we have a lot to speak about. I like this background, actually. The quality looks strangely quite good for being my selfie camera. I don't know how so I could even record videos here. Let's see. I guess See, new setup found. That's good for... Let's get... No tribe. No. This is nice. This is nice. I'll examine that later for sure. But so let's speak a second. Let me get myself centered. I think I'm centered. So guys, where to start? Last video, which is 2 weeks instead of one, because I was in a bit of a downfall, I'd say, but now we'll speak about that. Last video, probably the last like 6 clips of me saying, okay guys, this afternoon I need to give you the news on what happened. Did I ever do that? No. I'm doing it now maybe, but I want to leave that video like that. So it can be like that. And because this is kind of a new start. So I'll explain that in that video. By the way, I have like 2 spots here. So, muscles, that's another thing to speak. So, where to start? This start of the new week, and this is the start of my comeback, because last week's, they were kind of okay-ish, I guess. I did sort of stuff, I did calls, I did some progress for sure. I wasn't absolutely not at all the person I needed to be, I want to be, and I need to be to achieve my goals. I didn't make as much progress as I could, but that's, I don't think I've ever made as much progress as I could in a day. Yeah, maybe no one can ever do that, but for sure they can do better than me. I can do better than me, I know that. So, let me kind of get my ideas together. I didn't think what to say. In these videos I never think. Maybe one day when maybe I sell my company, I become famous, maybe this channel will blow up, become famous. But for now, I'm the only person seeing these videos, and that's cool. So I should speak less to you guys and speak more to me, to Alex, because that's the only guy that will probably watch these videos. So, yeah. Until watch these videos with happiness and not with regret of what he could be, So if you're ever Alex in a situation where where you need to be, maybe a few months, years from now, you're falling down, bro. Remember why you started, remember who you are. And that should be enough to push you. Because you don't want a mediocre life, you don't. I don't want a mediocre life. I want a life where I can sit down on my deathbed, or lie down on my deathbed, and have no fucking regrets. Be happy of everything I've done. To have the best family, have the best everything. And work for that. And once I sell my company for 100 million, for 30 million, whatever, still work, because you can't stop work. I love what I do. I can't imagine myself not doing it or doing something else. So remember this, remember these emotions, remember this, recording videos, hustling, editing, doing calls, hidden, Remember that. And let that fuel you. Let that regret, that anger, whatever it is, embrace it and channel it into making something better of yourself. But that will not happen, because now is the comeback. Not in a cheesy sort of way, but really, comeback. I need to get back to my prime, because at the end of the day, that's the goal. Every day be the best version of yourself, because you can never be the best version of yourself. Because if today I do 100 push-ups, you say, oh yeah, I'm the best version of myself. Tomorrow I can do 101. And then I'm the best version of myself. And I keep pushing myself every day, like Goku, Vegeta, Always more, always more. Always keep pushing. That's the goal. So, Now, let's get back to my problem. How? First of all, what I needed to say in that last video was basically that yeah, I'm in a bit of a downfall, and that I'm going to launch ads for my business, for Airboost. I don't think I've mentioned Airboost, it's basically a nasal strip company. I'm going to launch ads for that. I'm working with a guy, Sal and Andrea. Cool guys. Basically, they help me and I help them do like stuff for them because they're already advanced in e-commerce. So if like, as they have an agency, they need to do a website. Maybe I do their website. They need to do ads, I do their ads. I need to do their content, I edit that content. Like that, I also learn a lot. Because now, yeah, I want to make money. I want to reach 1.5k by December, monthly, net. 10k by July, net, euros. In profit, which, is hard, but it's very doable. But the main thing is learning, because if you lose your money and you don't know anything, then you can't make your money back. But if you lose your money and you do know a lot of stuff and you have learned a lot of stuff, then you can easily make the money back. So learning is an important part, also because before you make the money back because you lose it, you actually need to make that money. So if you don't learn, you can't make money. So I find it a good way because they help me, I help them, and by helping them, I help myself, which is quite good. At the same time, they are very orientated towards ads, while the other guy is more orientated towards organic. I spoke to you about him quite a bit. He's quite a guy, very very good friend. Yeah, I consider him a friend because we also speak about, shit in general, which at the same time is good because my problem at the moment, and we'll get to that now, is, so yeah, I'm going to launch ads with those guys. I have a call today actually in a few hours where we're going to launch ads. Today, now I just finished editing recording some videos for the brand, which I'll go down and edit now. But yeah, the goal should be, I know what my goal is, the title of this video, Road to New York City, Manhattan, it's really cool. Imagine like playing on those football pitches, like what's it called, Pier 40 at Hudson Ridge or something. But my main problem at the moment is discipline and consistency. Today, what I needed to do, I've done it so far. So I respected my alarm. I woke up at 6:30, even though I should wake up earlier so I can have an ice bath, work out, went to school, did that, recorded 2 videos or 3 videos, usually two or 3. I have another AI one, so I don't need to record that one. Recorded. Now I'm recording for that famous clip, but it's actually a new video. So that's that. But the thing is, now I go and edit them. Okay, then I work out this evening. But tomorrow, will I do the same thing? After tomorrow, if I'm sick, if I have that stuff to do, will I do it? It's a bit tricky, but that's kind of where you win. You win by doing something repeatedly, doing something intelligent, repeatedly and well, and improving on that thing every day. If I don't record videos, how do I make views? Actually, if I want to make 1,500 a month, I need to make sales. To make sales, I need to make good content, or I need to make views on TikTok and Instagram. To make views, I need to make good content. To make good content, I need to make a lot of content. So I learn and distinguish good from bad. To make a lot of content, I need to be consistent with making content every day for a long period of time. And to do that, there isn't another thing. To do that is just doing it, which is the hardest thing. Just saying something and doing it, it's the hardest thing, acting. the first step of the domino. The first domino is the hardest to push, or it's the easiest to push, but for this metaphor, let's just say it's the hardest to push. Because once you do that, then all the other stuff happens. But if you don't do that, repeatedly, it's not gonna happen. It's like when you dig for the diamonds. If you dig 2 blocks, you don't find diamonds. But if you dig 2 blocks continuously, you're bound to find a diamond. First you find redstone, then you find lapis, then you find gold, iron, emeralds, then you find the diamonds. That's the jackpot, you know? You keep doing work. That's it, that's all it is. The good thing is, it's not like work until I reach New York. No, work, you reach that goal. Work, you reach that goal. So now I work. So then I can, after a bit of work, after some results, move to another country, meet new people who are working. In the other country, maybe I can get a better apartment the more I work. Then I work. I can sell the businesses and focus on a new company. Do that. Work. Scale that company to a certain amount a month. Move to New York. Work. Scale that company even more to a certain value, certain revenue. Sell that company. That's what it is, man. But if there isn't that work, which isn't work, move to New York. Or work, move to new countries. Work, move to New York. Work, move to new country. If there isn't that, which is discipline and consistency, there is nothing. So if I want to do the comeback, get back to my prime, feel that sensation of like Ronaldo when he scores a goal, it's like after like Atletico Madrid and he does the 3 goals. He didn't stop at 1 goal, he did 2 more, he did 3 goals. Because 1 isn't enough. 1 day of work isn't enough. You need infinite days of work. And if every day I work, and you know, I have a bit of clear, my mind is quite clear, so I know, obviously it can be clear through meditation, which is another thing, but I know what to work on, okay? I know what to work on. In fact, I just did that, I recorded videos, which is good work. So the more work I do, as I know what to focus on, the more I do it, the more I get closer. It's not like I'm doing useless work. I'm doing aimed work, specific work, tailored to my goal. The more I do that, the closer I get. So I'm bound to achieve it if I keep doing this on and improving every time. And every time you improve is you instead of doing 1 meter, you do 2 meters. It's not like you move, because you always move, even if you do crappy videos. But because at least you're doing that, that's the thing. And yeah, it's so cool, like leveling up as a character, you know, that's so cool. I mean, something, no, keep on yapping, you know. I have a lot of ideas, stuff to speak about. First thing, let's say, routine. Wake up. So when I go to bed, when I wake up, the most important moments of the day, I think that should be always, every day in my life for me. I should respect the pillars, which I mentioned in previous videos. And so I should go to bed already having today's video scripted and journaling on what to do today, what I did yesterday basically, that I could improve. And yeah, basically what I'm grateful for, and generally journaling. Maybe stretch, decompress some muscles with a massage gun I have. Go to bed. Then wake up. Second part, kind of important part. Wake up early, eat the frog, which is doing the most difficult thing as first thing after I wake up, which cold shower, cold bath, workout. That is hard, especially in October. that is hard. And I know that if I do that, then this is light work for me. And it's just easy, man, because... And yeah, so it's working out, going to school, recording here, so eating, recording, editing, doing some more work, scripting, working out, and then chilling from like 8 to 10:30, you know? I even give myself time to chill, you know? The thing is, I don't even know how to phrase it, maybe because I don't even have it in my mind, but it's like, at the moment I'm thinking, all this is work, which I need to like, in some way force myself to do. But at the same time, as I said before, I'm always going to be working. You know, I'm always going to be and not because I need to, not because I must, but because I want to. You know, if in 30 years from now, even though maybe I'll have, I don't know, 300 million euros, which is money that you can, okay, I won't work again any day in my life. I don't see myself not working. Yeah, occasionally, maybe once a week, go to a new country, travel, etc. Take a month off. I don't know, but I don't see myself not doing anything. I don't see myself not building a company. I see myself active. I see myself always looking for new opportunities. And so work will always be there. But at the same time, now, I feel like I'm a bit forcing myself to work, which is normal. Because maybe this work isn't the fun work, kind of. Well, in the future, every kind of work will be fun, because maybe I'll have employees to deal with the most boring stuff, and I'll be doing the most fun stuff. But, you know, general work is something that I'll do my whole life, because I want to do it. But at the same time, I find it sometimes boring, and it's something that, like, I need to convince myself to do and non-negotiate with the terrorist in my brain. So it's something I need to force myself to do, but at the same time it's something I want to do. And that's kind of strange, you know, because I'll always be working, so it needs to be something that I like, because if I work in a way that I don't like, then that's just useless and, you know, bad and sad. But I'm sure the work I'll be doing, I'll love that, because I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. I don't know. It's strange, because even this guy I work with, you know, at least he says, closed 23 companies, makes a lot of money, millions maybe, or at least hundreds of thousands. From what he said, I don't know if he's lying about that, I hope not. He still works, probably like 16 hours a day, 15 hours a day. He's always on the screen, working, ads, calls, whatever, but he's working. Even though he could stop working, he's achieved a success. So work is something that will always be there. Not because it must, but because I want it to be there. So I need to make the work fun. If I want it to be there, that means it's probably already fun. I'm just not thinking of it as fun. And also this, you know, this is the journey. It's like Lord of the Rings, when you, from the Shire to Mordor. Then what happens in Mordor, you know, he throws the ring, it's okay, then that's cool. But what's real, what's cool, what's good is the journey. I need to embrace it, man. I need to appreciate it. I need to harvest it. I don't know how to say it. I need to... These moments, save this moment, like... I think, yeah, I want to do this. Or even if I don't want to do this and I do the same, it's always for a goal, you know, because obviously you need discipline. You can't just have motivation, or you can't just do stuff you like, because it's normal that some of the work that you need to do, you don't want to do. Most of the work you need to do, you don't want to do, because maybe now it's boring, because maybe now, I don't know, I have less experience, I'm slower, I don't have systems, etc. But I know what I need to do, and I need to do it. I need to force myself to do it, but at the same time I need to embrace it. Because the actions I need to do, I know them. It's working out, it's meditating, it's doing cold bath, it's going to bed quite early, journaling, recording videos, editing videos, doing some work, working on the site, finding new products, doing TikTok shop, you know, all this stuff. I know what I need to do, I just need to do it, and at the same time, when I do it, before I do it, after I do it, think about it, reflect, and that's why journaling is important. And say, man, this was a nice day. I'll remember this day. I saw this, I smelled that, I heard that, I felt this, I learned that, I remembered that, you know, I met this guy, so it's the journey, it's the best in any film that you can think of, whether it's Journeys, Lord of the Rings, maybe even a Spider-Man film where he's like in the bus and he goes to Venice or wherever. The journey there, like the beginning, those are like the best parts, at least for me. Because where the most stuff happens, where you learn, where you forge yourself, kind of. So yeah, the work will always be there, and I'll always need to do it, because otherwise I will never amount to anything, I'll never achieve anything, so I always need to do the work. I just need to enjoy the work, embrace the work, because like now I think, okay, I could either edit these videos, continue building my company, do more work, or I could watch a film, play on the PlayStation 4 on my computer. Which maybe you think, okay, those things are much cooler. But I don't want to do those things, I want to work. So I know I want to work, but I just don't work. So I know I want to work. I know I need to work. I know that I'll always work. And I know that I need to enjoy work. That I want to enjoy work. I just don't work. I don't know why. But yeah, as long as I work and have fun, savor these moments, it shouldn't be a problem. I know what I need to do, I just need to do it. This is just me yapping, I know. But it's cool to, in a few years, a few months maybe, I'll look back, maybe even a week, I'll look back and yeah. I don't know. Maybe because I have goals and I really want to achieve them more than anything else in the world. I want those goals, want my objectives. And I know that to achieve them I need to work hard. That's something that not many people realize. I know that. I'm here, I need to get here. The only way to do this is through work, through recording the videos, through working out, meditating, everything. And this, the New York, that needs to be fun. I don't need to force it to be fun. Like, there's be sometimes where I don't want to work, but I need to work because I need to get it. At the same time, even if it's not fun, you can still enjoy the moment, save the moment. Because pain, uncomfort, discomfort, whatever, they're some of the most real feelings. And that's where you put your mind really to the test. And also your body. So basically, work, that's what I need to do. The journey I need to enjoy. So if the journey is all the work combined, and work is work, literally, all the piece of work added up together, maybe some I wanted to do, some I didn't want to do, I didn't know what to get here. I'm probably more confused than before now. I need to work. That's 100%. At the same time, as I know, as I've experienced, I was in a downfall recently. Yesterday. Until yesterday. And I didn't work hard. Or I tried to escape the hard work, I tried to avoid it. Let's not call it hard work, let's just call it work. I tried to avoid it. And why? Probably because I didn't think it was fun. But at the same time, it's the only thing I can do, because any other thing isn't towards that goal. And I have the maturity, because I thought a bit in my time, but everything I want, as I said, is to achieve that goal. So everything that I'm doing that isn't achieving that goal makes me unhappy. Something that I don't want to do. But everything I do, that gets me closer to that goal, should make me happy. In fact, once I finish work, bro, I'm ecstatic. Say, okay, I've made some real progress. Or maybe I'm not happy, but I acknowledge and I know, okay, this is the real deal. But I don't know, like, yeah, working is the real deal. So maybe when you do it, it feels uncomfortable because, yeah, you put yourself through discomfort, through pain. Maybe you need to stay over the computer even if you feel tired, this and that. But you work through it and you do it. And once you do, you say, okay, that's, yeah, that got me closer. It's something you need to do. I don't know, it's too complicated. All I know is, guys, I love myself. I have goals. I don't want to achieve those goals. I will achieve those goals. I must achieve those goals. And the only way to achieve those goals is through work. At the same time, being happy is one of my goals. So be happy now. Be happy while you work, because I know I'm building something fucking great. Myself. Yeah. No lie. No cap. I know what has to be done. Mind, meditation, workout, 2 pillars. Study, school, TikTok shop, brand, ads, A-boost, organic even. And then, I don't know. But yeah. Oh yeah, work in general for like these guys and the organic guy. But yeah. I know what I need to do, guys. I know it. I know why. I know. I know everything. I don't know. Yeah, I know everything. I don't know. Don't go well together. But I know what has to be done. I know what I want to achieve, and I know what I need to do to achieve it. And I know that I want to be happy in the process. The journey is the best thing. Okay. The goals will be great even, but the journey will be something I'll miss. Savor these moments. The journey will be something I'll miss. It won't be the best bit. It will be something I'll miss. Once I'm a millionaire in 10 years, let's say, I'll already be a millionaire in 10 years, before 10 years, but let's say just in 10 years, look back and wish, man, I wish I was 18, could build back again. Why? Not because it was fun, maybe, but because it was challenging and because it built me up to the man I would be that day. Because yeah, obviously not every moment can be fun. Not every moment can be, oh yeah, I'm working. No, there'll be shitty moments. We don't want to work, but it's hard to work. The journey is the best bit, not because it's the funnest bit, but because it's the best bit, because it builds you, it strengthens you. If you're thinking about, okay, I wish I could do that journey again, it's because you've made it. And if you've made it, it's because you've gone through the journey. So it's something that fortified you so much, that built you up so much, and you're so grateful towards it. Do you think, man, that was a heck of a journey. I wish I could do it again. Because you connect what you have to the build-up. Which is correct. So you don't have to necessarily have fun during the journey, obviously that's better. You just need to embrace it. That's the best, that's the main thing. Embrace it. Embrace the bad, the good, the ugly, the beautiful, everything. Because there'll be moments where you want to work, there'll be moments where you don't want to work. The important thing is that you do work. And if you do work, and at the end of every work session, at the end of every day, you embrace that. You say, okay, today I fought, today I battled. And I lost, I won that battle. Anyway, go one step closer. That is the main thing. That is the main thing. It's not having fun. It's embracing everything. Because if you don't, it will be hard for you to grow, because you won't be yourself. You won't know yourself. And I think, yeah, the goal, everyone has their own goals. Well, not everyone, some people are useless and don't. No, the goal is to be yourself. To unite your mind and body to be one. To master your own character, to master yourself. And you can't do that by just working aimlessly. And even if you work every day, you know, have fun, etc., but you're just working, typing, and you achieve the goals, then you're still, okay, how did I do this? Why? If instead you're there in the shit, you're fighting in the mud, and you get up after every fall, dirty, clean, beautiful, bad, ugly, whatever, painful, uncomfortable, discomfort, everything. If you go through that with the head on your shoulders, and you pair that with the two pillars, the body and the mind, and you keep fortifying yourself every day, you keep improving every day no matter what, if it's good, it's bad, it's ugly, you just keep working, the work is consistent. Then you hit the boom, and you become centi-millionaire. Then you're like, yeah, I made it. All that was worth it. I wish I could do it again, because that was so worth it. Not because that was so fun, but I wish I could do it again because, man, I worked so hard and I got so far. You know, so, man, I wish I could go back. Not to change anything, but just to relive those moments again. Not because they're fun, but because if you embrace them, when you embrace them, you understand the most real moments that you'll ever live. Because it's where you feel the rawest emotion of everything. There isn't a thumbnail in front of it, there isn't a cover in front of it. It's real, raw emotion. If you process that, if you embrace that, when you struggle, when you're happy, when you win, when you lose, you understand the meaning and the essence of what actually built you, and of where you've actually got to in life. Centi-millionaire, you know? So once I'll be there and I'll think, man, I wish I could go back. It won't be because, oh yeah, it was so fun. It'll be because it's so exciting. And exciting and fun are different. Because fun means, yeah, let's go. Exciting means, if a film is exciting, it's like, he gets hurt. He gets back up. It's full of emotions. And the win, when you manage to master yourself, body, mind, and master your character, it's when you manage to embrace everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and discover the true essence of building, how you got there, the values, yourself. That's where you discover yourself. That's the thing. Mastering yourself. To master yourself, you need to know about yourself. You can't know about yourself if you don't test yourself. And working through the good, the bad, the ugly, working out when it's cold, having a cold bath when it's cold, when you're sick, working when you have millions of things to do, when you have a naked woman who wants to have sex with you next to you, but you're there fixed to your work. There you discover who you really are, because you go through the trenches, go through the mud, and you discover the essence of yourself. And that's the thing, and once you discover that, you can master yourself, which is equals to becoming a centimillionaire. But if you don't embrace what you do, if you don't discover yourself, if you just work aimlessly, if I just recorded, worked, okay, did that, and you don't process, you don't think, okay, I'm doing this for this, okay, today I felt this, I could improve on that, this sucked, but I managed, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I didn't do this because I don't want to, how do I do it the next day? If you think, it's not just thinking, it's not just understanding, but it's embracing. If you think, man, today that was a heck of a day, I did this, I did that, I learned this, I went across the situation. If you think this, you know, like, you discover yourself. And if you discover yourself, you can master yourself. If you work aimlessly, you won't discover yourself. And you might think that you mastered yourself, so you can even reach centimillionaire status, but it will feel empty, it will feel light, because all the journey that there was will feel useless and will feel, I don't understand what happened, how did I get here, I feel incomplete, I'm here, but at the same time I don't know why, I don't know. But if you embrace the work, if you know why you're working, if you every day, man, fucking grind, work consistently, be disciplined, embrace the good, I'm repeating the same things, but embrace the good, the bad and the ugly. Once you get to the centimillion, you discover yourself, and once you get there, you know how you're there, you know what forged you, you know your values, you know yourself. You've mastered maybe yourself. You can never master yourself, but suddenly you're quite close there. Because now you say, okay, I know what I'm made of, I know why I'm here, I know I deserve this. But man, those moments where I discovered myself, those were moments where I felt real, true, raw emotions. Okay? I want to relive them because those are the best moments. Even if it's ugly. It's where you forge yourself, it's where you dig into yourself. And those are the best moments because you discover yourself. So you naturally want to go back there to discover more of yourself. It's natural instinct. That's why the work is always there. Even if I'm a center, and we've gone full circle now. We go back to the beginning when I didn't have the answer. But even if I become a centimillionaire, as I said in the beginning of the video, I can't imagine myself not working. Why? You could relax easily. No. Because think about it. If you want to work even more, you're a centimillionaire. Okay, now I want to become a billionaire. I don't really want to become a billionaire, but let's just say that. Okay, centimillionaire. Now I want to become a billionaire. Why? Because you've been through the journey, you know how it feels. You're at the end of the first journey and you say, man, okay, I went through the trenches, through the good, the bad, the ugly, I discovered myself. And there was no feeling like that. That's why I want to go back. That's why I want to relive that. Not because it was fun, because it was exciting. Because it forged me, it made me the man I am today. Now I'm a strong man. I'm comfortable in my 10 million euro house in New York. Why? Because I know I fought for it. I know what I stand for, and I know what I can achieve and what I've achieved. Because everything, all the journey, I've embraced that. I've made it part of me. I've discovered myself. I've improved myself. I went to the grind every day. I made myself a sharper tool every day. But now, I want to go back to that journey. I want to relive that journey. but physically, scientifically, I cannot go back in time. The only thing I can do to relive those emotions, the only thing I can do to discover more of myself, to master more of myself, to improve more, like Goku, like Vegeta, is embark on a new journey. I'll discover even more of myself. Okay? Where I'll build a new company, 10 new companies, go through hardships, stay 24 hours awake without sleeping because I need to complete one task, go back through all the journey, even if I have so much. Because the goal isn't having so much. Yeah, you can have goals, I have goals, moving to New York, etc. But the main goal is mastering yourself, is improving every day, and every day being the best version of yourself. Yes, obviously you need to take periods of break, relax, enjoy the fruits of your labour. It's the mind, it's you. If you embrace that, you've embraced it already, you want to embrace it again, you want to discover more of yourself, you want to master yourself even more, you put yourself through more hardships. You build a new company. You do those physical challenges. You keep doing some work. And even if it's for fun, you know, because once I'm a Sentai billionaire, honestly I don't want to become a billionaire, but I still want to keep working. I don't want to build enormous companies, no. I'd be happy with literally building a company for fun, because I have everything. I have a family, I have money. Let's build a company with my friends, just for fun. But still, work my ass off there. Still, learn more about myself there. Still, do with a goal to make money. Make money isn't the goal, kind of, but you do it with a goal, you do it with an aim. To discover more of yourself, to work even harder, to put yourself through more challenges. But now you can afford to choose your own challenges, to make them more fun. You know? Or let's do something to help the world. Okay, I'm healthy, but at the same time, let me have those cold baths, let me have those workouts, those hard workouts, let me go for those runs, let me build this new company, let me brainstorm for a bit, let me research a new idea, let me go to this place to discover new stuff. It's always more. It's always about discovering yourself even more, and that's the goal. And you can only discover yourself if you put yourself through raw emotions. TikTok. Those are emotions fed to you in a narrative that's not yours. Working out. Going through work even when you don't want to. Even when you want to. Those are the most raw emotions you can get. Ice baths, workouts, pain, discomfort, being uncomfortable. Those are the most raw emotions. And if you just let them pass, it's still good for you, but you can do more. How? You embrace those emotions. That's journaling. That's at the end of the work session. Let's do this. I know what I've done. I'm happy of myself. I'm happy about myself. I'll have to do it tomorrow. Maybe I won't want to do it tomorrow. But fuck, man. I need to do it. For the rush of what I get after that. Because I know I just did a good leap. A good 10 meters in my 10,000 kilometers journey. I know I've done that, and tomorrow I want to make even more progress. It's a challenge. Every day it's a different person, and I need to surpass that person. And learn and embrace the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because it's all about discovering oneself. If you discover yourself, you can master yourself. And if you master yourself, you can master life. And you can achieve true happiness. And you can master yourself by achieving goals. That's why we have goals. That's why I have goals. But you don't achieve a goal and stop there. No, you keep going. Why? Not because you're greedy. No. Because you want more. More what? More money? More houses? No. More power? No. You want to discover more of yourself, and you can only do that through experiences. If you always live the same life, you're not discovering anything of yourself. But if you're always putting yourself through challenges, you travel there, you work this, You experience new stuff every day. That's why I want to live in New York, because New York is a city where no one is an NPC. Everyone has their own story. It's full of places, full of stuff to do, stuff to discover, stuff to experience. Once I'm a centimillionaire, I want to start a new company, do new endeavours, endeavour new challenges. Why? To discover more, to experience more. Only through that I can discover myself. Only through that I can feel happy, feel accomplished, feel, yes, the rush of, man, I've done something, and tomorrow I'll do even more, I'll do even better. That's the goal. Every day being the best version of yourself. Every day discovering yourself even more and more and more and more. It's all about discovering yourself, and you can do that through experiencing emotion. You can experience emotion if you actually have experienced it. You can experience the emotion if in the experiences you embrace those emotions. To discover yourself, to master yourself. Because that's the goal. That's how to achieve happiness. That's how to be